Back, everybody, to Beneath the Tide, episode 50, big ol' 50.
Semi-centennial, guys.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Got some announcements before we begin, though. And those announcements really haven't changed, so there's nothing. We have a podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Mimics Monstrosities. That's where you can find us. And find Demystifying DMing.
Yeah.
Get it.
Working on it. That's what I gotta say.
So, continuing on with their traversal through the city below, the away team of the Void Maw encountered a strange bleeding tree that Leah opened up to reveal a passageway through to the Blighted Pass. Their first obstacle was a chasm filled with a variety of strange mushrooms. With Leah's guidance, the party successfully crossed the chasm and came to a large forest made entirely of fungus. Even some of the trees stretching towards the ceiling of this strange underground ecosystem were mushrooms. Deciding where to head to, Leah brought up the life spring, and how it might be a good place to recharge their batteries before heading out to explore the remainder of the continent and traverse the rest of this fungal forest. While making their way to the fungal forest, the party encountered wildlife covered in strange black ooze, and even the vegetation was secreting this same ooze. But the party pressed forward, and encountering two bodies hanging from a mushroom-sized tree. But pressed forward, not wanting to disturb said bodies. And why were they hanging? Who knows? The group eventually collected some strange mushrooms, some that even Leah didn't have any knowledge of, and the party continued into the life spring, noticing a trail of the same black ooze trailing into the spring itself, and had turned the spring's water to a deep black color, and the whole cave reeked of death and decay. A pile of treasure was spotted, and Eclipse raced over, only to alert the creature living inside the spring, a massive, seemingly undead Froghemoth that had been afflicted with the same sort of illness as the other creatures in the area. After a very rough battle that left Eclipse, Noose, and Ash unconscious underwater, Leah dove into the water and saved the day and killed the Froghemoth with a blight spell. She and the remaining members of the crew rescued their drowning allies and restored them before Ogden cast Tiny Hut, so the party could rest from the battle. And as the party are taking their long rest in Tiny Hut, we're going to see what's going on with Henry.
Real quick question.
Howdy.
We're more than a mile away from the ship, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Ash just got a thing that would have made this segue make a lot of sense. But
yeah, you guys are about 3 miles away.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
And I have nothing to add.
We find ourselves on the Veiled Sycophant. 8 hours into... Basically... No, not 8 hours. About 3 hours into the journey. And Henry finds himself on the Veiled Sycophant with only Joseph and Bernard.
Oh yeah, Grump went with, didn't he?
Grump and Monkfish. Everybody went with. It's only Henry, Bernard, and...
Henry, a goat, and a child.
Yep. That's Nope, not going to make that joke.
All right. Well, I suppose we just got to keep the ship in working condition, make sure that we've got everything taken care of, make sure that everyone is looked after, we have food, and make sure that we don't get snuck up on or anything. I think we can handle that.
And whereabouts is Henry on the ship? This is about 4 hours in again to the journey inside the caves.
He's probably been just kind of like pacing around the ship, being like he's in charge, but he doesn't know what to do, and he's in charge of a child and a goat who both seem fairly self-sufficient. So he's just kind of like wandering around trying to figure out how to be useful.
All right. So you eventually find yourselves on the deck of the ship, the top deck, and there's an individual standing on the docks looking around. Like the dog set you guys have docked at, just standing there looking around.
Go over to the edge of the ship.
They have feathered blonde hair cascading down to their shoulders. A very regal sort of authoritarian, like authoritative figure kind of outfit. Like bits of armor and then cascading red kind of cloth. They're looking around. They have a very curled golden mustache of blonde hair, blonde pointed goatee, very blue eyes, and they're just looking around. Not facing you, they're looking around in the opposite direction, kind of taking in the landscape.
Excuse me.
Oh,
hello,
yes, hello.
Oh dear. Yes, can I help you?
Oh, I'm just, looking for the Veiled Sycophant.
I believe that's the name of this ship.
Oh, well, that was easy. Hello, my name is Archibald von Russofeln IV.
Nice to meet you.
And you are?
My name is Henry Lofferton, Esquire.
Oh, that's a wonderful name.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you're aware, you don't seem like the stealing type, but this vessel was reported stolen.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I do believe that stolen would be a terrible, well, it would not exactly accurate description of what happened, given that the previous crew of the ship was engaging in some serious criminal activity, and it was therefore repossessed.
Ah, you sound like you're a man of law.
Oh, yes, I'm a lawyer.
Do you mind if I come aboard and take a look around, just to make sure there's nothing of ill will being held or anything?
Well, may I ask for your credentials to say who you are to be coming on board and conducting such a search?
Well, can I come on board to show you my credentials?
Can you show me them from there?
He pulls out a piece of parchment. Looks very, like, well made and.
Is the gangplank lowered? Can I just like walk down?
Yeah.
It just says I'm not a cop.
I like the Boston accent on that.
Not a cop. So it has his name, and it just says repossessing. And then a business you've never heard of. It's called Repossession Inc.
I see.
And home base is Cala de Cuervos.
I see. I would be familiar with this company, wouldn't I?
Most likely.
All right. I see. Well,
you've never heard
what exactly?
of it? Yeah, you've never heard of it.
No?
Because it doesn't exist. You would know it. Oh, that doesn't sound familiar to me. Yeah.
Can I, is there something I could, okay, does it not sound familiar, or am I, sure it doesn't exist?
You're sure it doesn't exist. You know, Henry, based on your background and everything, you kind of know most of the businesses on Cala de Cuervos, and that does not stand out, because Cala de Cuervos is not really a lawful place.
Yeah. Pardon me, would you mind clarifying for me what sort of authority your company answers to on Cala de Cuervos?
Oh, certainly. The Bellwinds.
I see. So, what exactly are you... Well, I see that this says repossession on it.
Yeah,
but
this
I
means
don't
nothing.
exactly
He just rips it in half.
I see, that makes perfect sense.
I'm here to repossess you. Essentially,
Me,
Mr. Lofferton.
not the ship.
No, you.
Oh. Would you perhaps be able to clarify for me how or why?
The Bellwinds want you back. They offer a chance to sever you from your attachment. One Carnifex.
I see. Well,
We can make a deal if you'd like.
what sort of deal?
You agree to come with me to the Bellwinds, and I ensure that no harm falls those on the ship currently, and those that have gone inside.
Well, I don't necessarily think that this is the best deal for me.
And the visage changes into a Rakshasa. Carnifex. I'm speaking to you now. Come out and play, will you? We have much to discuss.
What do we have to discuss?
I'm so surprised. Did you forget my true name? It's been brought up quite a bunch during your travels with your friends, and yet you didn't say a thing.
What about it?
Well, I know you've been trying to figure out where I am. I know you've been using the tome to sort of pinpoint where I've been.
Yeah, and?
Why didn't you tell them you know who I am? Zelocash, you didn't mention it.
What makes you think I was in a sharing mood?
True. Here's the deal, Carnifex. You and I were both creatures of contract. I can separate you from this fleshy pink meat bag and put you back where you belong, at our master's side in his armies. Otherwise, I will kill everyone on the ship, and then I'll wait for the others to kind of figure out what had happened, and then kill them too, one by one. Starting with Eclipse. The next time I finish her off, her soul is 100% mine. And I am very keen on collecting on that payment. Then, I'll start with the Goblin. Then, the Wizard.
You're assuming I care about this?
Not really, but I'm just letting you know what the repercussions would be.
There's a funny thing here. Because, I don't really like this fleshy pink meat bag. Kind of stuck here.
That's why I'm offering you this deal.
Yeah, but, there's one thing this fleshy pink meat bag I've realized actually gives me. And you don't have.
And?
Freedom. I can do what I want.
That may be true.
And you know what, freedom gives something I've learned about that, yeah, I never experienced before, and I don't think you have either. And, Carnifex is gonna take a step back, and then, little, biting fly, lands on his face out of nowhere.
Okay.
like another one,
Mm-hmm.
and another one, and another one,
Mm-hmm.
until just like a swarm of flies just surrounds and starts swirling around him.
Okay.
Using the cloak of flies
Mm-hmm.
aura.
Yeah.
And he's gonna say, I can get better.
So can I. I am Asmodeus's most trusted, after all.
Yeah.
And
I was about
I've taken care of a couple thorns in his side that have associated with the crew that are currently gallivanting in the mountain. Or in the caves.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Yeah, you're Asmodeus' favorite. And I think if you want to take me in, you're going to have to do it the hard way. And, you might do it. But he's going to lean in. He's going to lean in and get a little closer so that just the edge of the aura starts to get up to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to say, but is that going to last if you mess it up?
We could find out.
I am attempting. Is there a way is there a universe in which I can make an intimidation check?
Go for it.
All right. Cloak of Flies gives me advantage on that.
I just need to figure out what to roll to see what resists an intimidation check.
I think it's usually just like a static DC, generally, like similar to like a persuasion check.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
like
Yeah. Okay, cool.
insight,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
To see if they're bluffing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like, they're
I got it.
Yeah. Well, that'd be deception. But yeah. Anyway. Okay. And advantage. Okay. That is a 22.
You can see he was reaching for his vorpal sword.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. There goes your head.
Wait, what?
No. No, if you rolled a natural 20, it's
Oh, okay. I thought you said he did. I'm like, what?
automatic decapitation with the vorpal sword.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Just kind of looks at you. Just kind of smiles. It's a shame you're trapped in that fleshy pink meat bag.
For now.
Yeah. And he conjures a fireball in his hand.
Gonna conjure the flail in response.
You can see he's trying to decide if he's just going to throw it at the ship.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of makes it go away. Where are your friends?
I thought you knew.
I do, I just figured. I'd see if you'd sell them out, is all.
I don't like making things easy on you.
And he just disappears.
Take a couple swings into the worst space where he was just to double check.
Oh man, yeah, he's not there. Fuck.
Okay.
I was gonna, if that intimidation check failed, he was gonna cast Gias.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, you should come with me now.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Man.
Pull the flail back in.
Yep.
Cloak of Flies just receive. Oh, the flies just eventually just buzz off. Oh dear.
Nice. What's Henry do now?
I need to go sit down. It felt good.
What the fuck was going on out there? Bernard comes up on deck and is just screaming.
Well, just a devil assassin came and he and Carnifex had a conversation.
And Bernard just walks away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just like shaking. He's gonna go sit down.
All right.
What was that thing with the flies? That was us. Do you mean? Uh-huh. Oh dear.
All right. So back in the Life Spring, you guys are currently in Tiny Hut, having your long rest.
And
Leah, you're having a dream again. Your dream, you see the fungal lich, his body, essentially, the massive fungus-like tree that he is. You see all these green orbs that hang down from membranes, and in these glowing green orbs you can see swirling masses, and you know those are the souls that are put into people who wish to become followers of the fungal lich. You know, these fruit that grow from him have the ability to restore people to life, no matter how long they've been dead, etc., etc. And you see this figure walking through the fungal grove where the fungal lich lies. And as this figure walks, there's druids lying all over the ground, stabbed, slashed, dying, bleeding. This figure's walking with purpose. Their armor, let me describe it to you when I flip to my right page, because I want to describe this correctly. Oh my god, I'm going back so far. Going back too far. The joys of having so many notes is you get easily lost.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Nope. Apologies, everybody. We're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. You see a figure that looks like they're standing about 7'1". A black helmet that is completely smooth and highly reflective. No eye, ear, nose, or mouth holes, so nothing. And the helmet is covered in metal spikes as well. They're wearing a black plate armor that is highly reflective and studded with rubies. And a white robe and cloak. Not a robe, sorry, a white kind of cloak. Similar to the one that the figure wore in Red Dove Volcano that Eclipse tried attacking, but nothing happened. But this one looks different. Beside him walks a flaming black horse covered in plate armor. And this figure is carrying a bow, it looks like, made of infernal green fire. But he's just slashing people with the bow, and he's just gutting druids left and right. And he steps into the grove, no more druids present. And he walks up to the fungal lich. You don't hear any words. But he stabs into the fungal lich's body and begins carving his way through to reach the fungal lich's heart. And you would know what happens if the fungal lich's heart is destroyed or taken. You would know from your lessons with Lexi that all spore druids are attached to this remaining piece of the fungal lich, and if the heart was to be destroyed, all spore druids would lose their powers, or they would die, along with the fungal lich. And you know, the heart's buried deep within, so it'll take him a while to get to it, but he's there, carving away into the fungal lich. And it's just a dream. The dream shifts, and you see other visions. And in these new visions are 3 women sat around a black piece of quartz. And the women that are sitting around this black quartz are channeling dark energy into it out of their hands. And one of them is holding in their hands, cupped, a little blue mushroom. The one from your head. And as you look at the faces of all these women, they're old, withered, frail, long, greasy black hair, purplish white skin, long, slender fingers with hooked nails, just black. They look very reminiscent of the old woman you saw sitting on your chest. And as this one woman is just stroking this mushroom and sort of pulling life force out of the mushroom itself and into this black stone, you feel a pain in your chest. And the one holding the mushroom says, "Release us, little one." And Leah, that's when you wake up, and everybody else wakes up from the long rest. And Leah, your maximum hit points are reduced by 9.
Oh, fuck.
And everybody else wakes up around you. Ogden, Eclipse, Ash, Noose, Grump, and Monkfish.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Ash!
All the faces I could see to start the day.
And Tiny Hut blinks out.
Alright, guys. So, new plan. If the enemy retreats, just let him go. We need to just let him go, because that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize if we just backed up, let it have the pond, it couldn't really reach us out. Yeah. Hindsight, 2020.
Sorry, is
No.
everyone else all right? No one else has sustained any serious injuries?
No, I'm fine.
When Eclipse threw the rod to Noose last session, did Leah see that?
She would have recognized it too, yeah.
Leah's gonna go up to Noose and just be like, I need that rod now.
What?
Noose, I need to see it for a moment.
You must, pardon me. I am your captain. And if I remember correctly, the last time you had an artifact, not so good decisions were made. So you must forgive me if I do not surrender what appears to be a very powerful artifact to you, Leia. As much as I consider you a friend, I do not consider you to have the best judgment.
Leah, you see a figure standing behind Noose, but nobody else sees this figure. And it's an older woman, human, crown of mushrooms. And it is the familiar sight of Lexi. Just standing behind Noose. Kind of transparent, ghostly, not really there.
Leah literally just like shoves Noose aside and goes up to this thing, and it's just like, where are you? What? Are you alive? Are you dead? What's happened, Lexi?
I'm in between.
Are you seeing what she's seeing?
No one is, no.
No, I'm there.
I don't know, she's weird.
How are you in between?
I am dying.
Where is your body?
Blightgrove at the inn.
I'm coming.
Okay,
Hold on, please.
I'll try. And she disappears.
She turns to Noose and like grabs him by the arm, and it's just like,
Liz, what are you doing?
Leah, is everything
are
all right?
going. No, it's not. We need to get to Blightgrove now.
I think you need to let go of me right now.
I think you need to shut your mouth, Noose, and let me do what I need to do. I don't think you've seen me get angry, and it's not something I try to do.
So everybody else knows what's coming next. But she doesn't.
I'd like to
Going to
so
Blight
sorry.
Grove.
No. No. Grump's gonna intervene and pull Leah off.
Yeah, because you start to see Noose like pull a hand up and
Nope.
necrotic energy is like flowing through it.
Grump pulls Leah off.
My friend is in danger. More than a friend, and we need to get there now. She's dying.
She's okay. Hold on.
That rod is hers, and as soon as I saw it last night, I knew something was up. She would not just leave that lying around.
Well, why would she leave it here?
I don't think she left it willingly, Noose. Not if I know Lexi the way I do.
Okay, no need to be, snappy. It's okay.
She's dying, Noose.
All right.
Of course
I
I'm
have
going to
no
be a
clue
little
this
snappy.
Is it in the direction of the treasure?
It's going to be about, I don't know, like a 2-hour walk, but if we hurry, hopefully we can cut that time down.
All right. Well, I gotta prepare some spells for today. I think all of us have to prepare a lot of stuff. I think you do too. So we'll finish getting prepared for today and we'll head out as soon as possible, all right? You saved our butts back there, okay? We'd all be dead if you didn't hop in there and kill that thing. So, consider this kind of a favor, because you've been kind of mean just now.
Noose, Captain, with all due respect, I think with what Leah knows, she has every right to be more energetic towards this particular endeavor.
Yeah. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it. It's okay. It's all okay now, but, that was just really... Wowzers.
If you wish to leave immediately, I'm more than willing to head out with you, and the others can catch up.
I've got nothing going on.
Yeah, same.
Tiny Hut's good and ready to go, and I had visions of something going pretty well today and something going horribly wrong, so that sounds good to me.
What are you talking about? Monkfish just stands up and goes, what? Nice.
What is it?
15 and
Was
2.
it
15 and 2.
Nice.
Let's
This is gonna take me,
boogie.
15 minutes to, do all my prayers and stuff to give me spells, okay?
Well, yeah, I can have your back while you do that.
Okay.
Wait, hang on a second. I just had an idea. Caleb, you can do that thing where you can share memories, right?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Leah, you have seen this place we're going, right?
His name's Ogden.
Did I say Caleb?
Yeah.
Sorry. Who's that? Ogden.
I've got a nephew named Caleb. He's a real hoot.
Leah, you've seen the place we're going, right?
Yes, quite a few times.
Is it within a mile?
No.
No? Okay. You said 3-hour walk. I don't know how winding it is.
I can also, while I...
It's about, Leah, you'd remember it's about, from that sign you all were at last week, it was 8 miles to the west. With the next, now it's probably about 9.5.
Oh, so it's 2 hours at a brisk pace.
Yeah.
You've gotta know when to
Carry
hold 'em.
Noose while he's
Know when to fold 'em. I'm going to cast telepathic bond in a ritual manner. This will take us 10 minutes, and then we can all talk for an hour and not be stressed about it. All right. You better count your money. You better count your money. Better count your
at the
money.
table.
Why is everyone singing?
Was that not the version?
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh. Oh, don't worry, my melodies are only ever accurate during public domain songs.
For the first time that like the crew has seen, Leah looks visibly unsettled. So like something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, even if it's that far away, this can still be helpful. Caleb, could you use that memory thing you
Ogden?
do? God, I keep doing it. Ogden, could you use that memory thing you do?
Yes, absolutely.
To take that image of where we're going from her head into mine.
Yeah, I absolutely can. Give me one hot second to minimize what I'm doing here.
That's a cantrip, right?
No, not when I pair it all like that. So when I take hers,
Oh.
I got spells to burn, baby.
Okay.
It's a level 1 spell, so I'm
okay,
cool with
okay.
it.
That's on Ogden's tombstone.
I got spells to burn.
baby.
Famous last words. I got spells to burn.
I got spells to burn, baby. What?
I will
wait a second.
tell everyone it is one of the worst feelings in the world to die as a wizard when you have all of your spell slots.
I'm trying to figure out if I gained. I'm trying to figure out where I can see how many spells, because I should have more than. At level 10, should I have more than 4 first level spell slots?
No, I think that 4 is the
Yeah, no, D&D Bond does it right. So,
Mhm.
yeah, 4 is the max.
4 is the max?
Of any spell level. Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
But 9, you can only
Sweet.
get, I think 9th level, you only get 1 spell slot. Ever.
one ever, yeah.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is going to sound kind of messed up. First, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
I'm going to use that spell. Then I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. Get my
Mm-hmm.
Mage Armor back, because Detect Thoughts is a divination spell.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Encode Thoughts to go inside and really pull that out and put it right into Ash's head. And I want to ask permission and focus, Leah. I'm going to need you to focus on the directions, focus on the path, focus on every minute detail as I delve into your mind. Make a mind. Think of it like building a sandcastle, but with brain goo. And you'll build the path, and along we'll skip. We'll be following right behind you.
Ogden, I don't believe I know what a sandcastle is.
Okay.
But we don't have time for that right now. Take what you need. It's all right. I just need to make sure she's okay.
Great. Yeah. Da-da-dum.
So wait, are you taking the location to where Lexi is, or where your dream at the Fungal Grove was?
What are you focusing on, Leah?
Oh yeah, wherever we're going, basically.
Where Lexi is.
Okay, so you're focused. Yeah, she's focusing, and you see like a village. Yeah.
No, that looks quaint. All right, Ash, open up. No, oh God, we don't do that here. I meant open your mind, your third eye.
All right.
And I place it on his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Send it right in.
You don't do that here.
Well, that's an odd feeling, but all right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. A little
No, it's
clammy.
all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Great. Then yeah, I can share that with you. You can scroll back and forth through whatever parts you need.
I just need to see the location, and then we're good.
There we go. And Captain, get whatever ready you need to get ready.
Oh,
I'll be working on our communication.
And as you guys are doing this, the room gets a little warmer. Not humid like the rest of the forest is, like the humid, wet grossness. It's just warm, and you look back and you can hear the spring bubbling a little bit and steam rising from it, almost like killing the afflicted Froghemoth kind of cured the plague that was affecting at least this area of the forest.
There goes our opportunity at Western relaxation. It's like we gotta just weave. Doesn't even get to take a dip. That's okay.
Oh, I got to take a
Sleep
dip.
when
I got
you're
to take a
dead, Noose.
good long dip in there. I'm good.
Would have been our last dip if it wasn't for Leia.
Noose, you can sleep when you're dead, and I can make that happen. Now let's go.
Oh, I'm gonna start shooing Leah away towards the entry of the
What?
lagoon area.
Monkfish are just like, damn.
Threatening me all the time. It seems very weird. bet we
Leah
know
and
ya.
I will go ahead. We'll go slowly so you can catch up, but we'll just get going. Come on, Leah, let's go.
Yes, let's.
All right, the two of you start walking out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Leah's not walking. She is going.
Oh, she's running. Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming Eclipse can keep up fairly easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
That's right. She's halfling. So it's
Yeah,
like-
she only moves. She only moves.
Eclipse is just like
She only moves.
speed walking.
Yeah, she only moves.
Leah's at a
Yeah, same.
sprint.
Same with Ash too, because he got the 40-foot move speed.
Monkfish could just chill.
Yeah.
So as a part of this, and while Ogden is doing his ritual, Noose doesn't know what kind of environment we're going to be going through, but if it's kind of anything like all this other stuff, he's going to re-up the water walking on everyone within range.
Okay, Leah and Eclipse would not be in range when they lift.
That's fine.
Yep.
So in case we have to run across a swamp or anything, we'll just catch up to them
All
while
right.
they're at half speed.
Grump is just, fixing his armor, adjusting it on himself a little bit because he's wearing armor now. Like really shitty makeshift armor, like wood, like pieces of barrels and stuff. He looks around and just, okay, I think I'm good. Monkfish is like, ugh. I jump back in the pool, but I don't want to get those darts. Well,
Just go get them. We've got like
I'm not
5
going.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm not going back in the water. Don't trust it.
Noose finishes up, puts up the hood on the manta ray thing, and dives down for the darts.
They're embedded in chunks of Froghemoth that are still floating around in the water.
Excellent. Is there anything that looks like Noose can salvage from the Froghemoth as well?
It's all still pretty nasty, corrupted, so you probably wouldn't want to touch it.
Okay, so it's like, none of it looks like anything
Nope.
Noose could use, because she also used blight on it to kill it.
Correct.
So I imagine there's
There's
like
blight all
kind of
over
a
it.
shrivelly,
Yeah.
gross necrotic mess. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. He's gonna pluck out the darts and bring them up.
Yep, you find 3 darts that are usable.
And he's just gonna throw him at Monkfish's chest. Not the pointy ends, but
Yeah.
just like,
Doesn't even really look, he just catches them all and then puts them in his pouch.
there you go. All right, Ogden.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Excellent. Let's go, everyone.
I don't like voices in my head.
You get used to it.
You can like it or not. Either way, it doesn't matter to me.
Great. Leon
And
Eclipse.
Goblin Noose just starts doing his like do 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 through the telepathic bond.
Can I end this on myself? I will snap the goblin's neck if this keeps up.
Noose, I can add a harmony.
we got places to go. Let's do it later. But yeah,
Let's do it.
we're doing it.
Leon Eclipse, you guys are running. You're probably, I don't know.
Speed walking.
You're decent way though. No, Leah's running, but you're
Yeah.
you'd be yeah. Area looks like shit. There's still bits of black goo everywhere, but it's receding a little bit, not completely.
So, Leah, are you okay? Is it something you want to share?
Lexi is one. Lexi was basically the mother I should have had but didn't. So if she dies, I'm not going to be okay. I
Okay.
should be able to bring her back, but from that dream I had last night, something tells me that might not be able to happen. So I'm a little worried. Everyone's circle ends, but not like this.
A dream? Like, what happened in this dream? Like, you said she dies, but how?
It's not that she died in the dream. It was, there were all these dead druids around, and there was this person, just this tall person, twice the size as I am, and they were just going around slaughtering all these druids, and they got to the fungal lich, and they were trying to get at his heart. And I don't know if that was a dream or not, or just a premonition. So I am very afraid, because if that heart dies, gets destroyed, I will probably be destroyed in the process. I'm fine with other people's circles ending, but not my own.
And not Lexi's.
And not Lexi's.
Okay. Well, we better hurry then.
Let's hurry.
And I'm gonna pick Leah up, put her on my shoulders, and go full speed. And just letting her give me directions.
Okay.
Like Luke with Yoda!
The party will not be catching up.
Yeah, that's not good.
Monkfish, right?
Monkfish will. So, yeah, you guys come out of the cave, and Eclipse and Leah are long gone.
Because I know how Leah feels.
And
Did anybody see which direction they went?
I think Ash has the directions.
I know where they're going.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend my time. Ogden is the one. I said it right this time. I almost didn't. Ogden is the one that is good with like maps and direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I took a peep at it, but I can also remember. Can I just pull that out? Look at it? Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead while we're walking because I'm gonna need you to lead for about 20 minutes before we get there.
You guys have such fun little time increments that we're having to take care of. So should I give some kind of wayfarer check or?
No?
I mean, it's gonna be a while till we get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just say, Justin, I would like to do something once we get within a mile.
Okay. Morpheus like, so how we getting there? Those two, gone. We're gonna go fast, slow.
Do you see us moving? Keep up.
Alright, fuck you. When he books it past.
You don't know which way we're going.
I can figure it out. I can smell the other cat.
Alright.
Shall we?
Oh, boys.
I'm just kidding. Can't smell shit. And he stops by a nearby log.
Because he's too high.
I can pick somebody up. That'll make it quicker.
I think Ogden and I are the same speed, so.
Alright. How fast are you, big guy? Looks at Ash.
Fast enough. Probably not as fast as you, but, faster than them.
Great. Well, if they die, it's not our fault. They ran off.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Alright. And he just starts strolling along with you guys.
Hey, Ash.
Oh, are we at a stroll, Captain, or do we want to?
Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
Do you think you could carry me, and then Monkfish could carry Ogden? I don't want to be near Monkfish.
I suppose we could do that, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, climb on board.
How do you
I
expect
think,
I can carry a wizard?
With your back.
Carefully, I'm a dainty boy.
I imagine Ogden is actually taller than Monkfish, so he's just like when he's on his back, it's like all legs and arms, gangly.
What about me, though?
All right.
Get on my backpack like a papoose. Just get in there.
I don't really want to burden Monkfish.
Look at those quads.
Oh, you don't want to burden Monkfish, but you want to burden anyone else.
Fuck you.
Well, if nobody likes me, then then I'm not losing much if I just, skewer you on one of the many sharp objects I keep on my body.
I like
Boys.
being
So much
scared.
testosterone. God.
Monkfish is like, fuck it. Get on.
Yeah.
And he grabs Grump and just tosses him up. Catch him.
Huh.
Oh
And then
my
Monkfish
God.
is gone. Just through the floor, through the fungal.
You don't know where you're going.
Figure it out.
I'll
Great.
whisper it in his ear.
See, we're set.
Or his mind.
Right.
And yeah, gone.
All right, yeah, I'll follow after as fast as I can.
Okay.
Noose in his head.
All right, if
As we
you're
start like going around trees and then curve off all in different directions.
Oh, I really want to use my stillness of mind.
Hmm.
I'd rule that stillness of mind would stop that.
It would.
Yep, stillness of mind. Hey, Ogden, I use stillness of mind. I can't hear your thoughts anymore. So just tell me directions out loud. That was annoying as shit. And he just keeps...
I got you.
Thanks.
Slow left.
Okay. Leaps over a log. But I got the direction, I got the distance wrong, so Eclipse and Leah. After some time, you guys come to another deep, dark chasm, where a large one of these tree-sized mushrooms has collapsed across the chasm, revealing a makeshift bridge of sorts. The bridge is covered in moss and appears precarious. Glowing blue mushrooms coat the sides of the bridge, illuminating the area slightly. Some of the moss covering the bridge appears slightly wet, almost slick. The bridge is about 15 feet wide and 60 feet long, covering the entire length of the chasm.
How strong does it look?
That's a tree. Looks
Okay.
strong enough.
No ropes or anything
Nope,
to
it is
hold on the
just
side.
it is just a fallen tree-sized mushroom.
I'm gonna glance over my shoulder at Leah. Just go for it, I guess.
Yes, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. I'm gonna go for it. Just
All right.
run across.
It's very slippery. Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, you know I excel at those. That's a natural 17 plus
Yeah.
saving throw or just check.
It's a dexterity check.
All right. 17 plus 5.
Yeah, you race across to get to the other side.
Great. Just keep going.
Eclipse or Leah's behind you.
But no, I was carrying her.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Okay, I should have made DC higher. Anyways, yeah, you.
I mean, I can.
No,
roll
it's
at
fine. No,
disadvantage.
it's all good. You rolled high enough anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, you crossed the chasm, looking down, just out of curiosity. It's about 100-foot drop. And down below, you see a cold stream covered it, just filled with jagged rocks.
It's not the worst bottom of a chasm I've seen.
And you
I've
cross.
seen better.
You guys eventually cross, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And after about 20 minutes, the other group gets there. And
All of us?
see, same thing. Monkfish carrying Ogden and Grump. He's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Who's going across
Yeah.
first?
And that's
How far
right.
across is it?
For the whole
Cheez-Its
party,
crabs?
we're in a bubble.
The
Yeah.
prophet Cheez-Its crab.
That's right, Grump.
Cheese and crackers.
The whole party in a bubble.
Ash, you going
Uh,
first or am I?
I can do it. How far across is it? Sorry, I missed that.
It is a 60-foot long, 15-foot wide fallen mushroom.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I guess I'm going across.
Hope you don't slip.
Oh yeah, me too.
Noose is on your back.
I know.
Guidance.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go make my way across.
Dexterity check.
Okay.
With
just-
a D4.
all right. What was D4? 16.
16. What'd you get before the D4? I'm curious.
13.
13. 13 is the DC.
Oh, okay.
So you slip a little bit on like a patch of moss, and then you get to the other side.
Oh, all right. Well, that wasn't so bad.
Hey,
Yeah.
check this out.
Watch this. Rolls a natural one.
I hope so. 15 plus 6 anyway. DC should be higher. Advantage? I don't know. Nah. DC. He'll succeed in it.
Just so you know, I've hooked my ankles together around his hips.
Great. So if I fall, you fall too. That is
Great.
That's a 24.
I've
he
got
just-
your back.
He runs halfway and then plants his feet and slides the rest of the way.
Show off.
Nah, I gotta do it sometimes.
As we slide by, I throw Ray-Bans on.
And you get to the other side. However, for Eclipse and Leah, you guys are about 20 minutes ahead of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And moaning and movement catches your eyes up ahead, and in a clearing about 15 feet away, a cluster of undead are digging around and eating what looks like a couple of elk. These undead look like a couple of ghasts and some zombies, all of them covered in the same kind of mushrooms that were covering and plaguing the Froghemoth.
Okay. I'm gonna stop. Are there any tall, heavily leaved trees nearby?
Yeah, you're in the forest. There's tons of trees and
Great.
everywhere.
I'm going to climb up with Leah still on my back.
Athletics
get-
check.
Oh, it's not
Because
the
you're climbing a tree.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. A 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
You get about 5 feet up the tree, and it's kind of slick, and you just slide back to the ground.
Wait, I have a 20-foot climbing speed. Do I? Let me.
Yes, as a tabaxi, yeah.
Yeah. So can I get at least 20 feet up?
Yeah, you can get 20 feet up. There's a branch about another 10 feet up.
Great.
So if you want to reach for it, I will need an athletics check. Or acrobatics for you to jump up and grab it.
Oh yeah, definitely acrobatics. I'm gonna use my big boy. Oh. You failed me, big boy. It's not horrible, but it's not great.
Okay.
16.
16. You plant your feet into the tree and jump up,
Mm-hmm.
and you grab it on one hand, and your second hand kind of misses wildly, and you're just hanging by one hand. I need a strength saving throw.
Oh. Come on, big boy. Oh, that's much better. Oh, but I don't have a bonus. 13.
13.
Yeah.
And you pull yourself and Leah up on this branch. You're now about 35 feet up in the air into this tree.
Great. Hiding.
Alright, yeah, the zombies are just on the ground eating a couple of
Gonna
elves.
hide.
Okay.
We could outrun them. Eclipse. We could totally outrun them.
Yes, but how? They're in the middle of the path.
They're in the clearing. There's still forest all around the sides.
If you know this area better than I do, maybe you should lead the way. No offense, but it was a bit of a struggle getting us both up here.
Would if Leah would like, because I haven't really used wild shape before.
Mm-hmm.
If she would like wild shape into like a bear or something, could Eclipse ride on her and be faster than just Eclipse alone?
Probably not. Bears aren't
Okay.
super fast.
Okay.
And Eclipse is still faster than a bear.
Can you shape into anything that flies?
Unfortunately, I haven't been.
You wouldn't have seen any flying creatures while you lived down here, unfortunately. And I need to check to see if you actually have access to flying creatures at level 10.
I think flight happens like level 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boom. Flying is at level 8. And you can only Druid shape now into a max CR1 creature. Because you are not served with the moon.
So I could like wild shape into a giant eagle and just with Eclipse?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Eclipse, are you okay to be carried for a little while?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
And-
we have been running a while.
Leah's going to wild shape into a giant eagle and just start flying with like picking up Eclipse in
Okay.
the towns and
So as
flying
you
over everything.
use your-
Eagle!
As you use your wild shape, the trees that you're in displaces. There's like sounds of what a woody mushroom would sound like as it's like breaking apart, and a giant eagle forms, snatches Eclipse up in one of the talons, and just keeps flying. Noose and everybody else hears the sound of a tree crashing, maybe a couple hundred yards away. Just. And that is when the rest of the party approaches the clearing and sees a felled tree and a bunch of zombies and gas kind of looking towards it like. And you guys are currently out of sight, you can't be seen, but they're like looking at the tree that just fell.
When we look at the trees, would, for instance, her taking on that shape leave perhaps any talon marks or anything on the surrounding area that might give me a clue as to what happened?
You wouldn't know she turned into a giant eagle, though.
Exactly. But I'm just that's why I'm asking, like, how,
And
if there was anything left.
based on where she was in the tree and where it had fallen, you would have to get basically where the zombies are to see anything substantial. Because where she was, the tree fell forward and is way too far away from you guys.
Guys, where'd they go?
Based on my amazing investigative skills, I'd say that way.
And then the zombies kind of shuffle back towards the elk and keep eating them.
Are we just going to make a run for it?
Yeah, let's go. If any of them get drawn to us, I can use one of my little skills I got in my back pocket.
Alright, I can also just use this, and I hold up Cold Snap.
Oh, and I got this now. Just an ice staff.
Oh, yeah.
Cold
you're doing that.
buddies.
On Monkfish's back.
Yeah, last week Ogden killed all the bullywugs with one cone of cold.
Yeah.
Just pull it out. Look what I've got.
Uh-oh. All right, let's go, guys.
All right.
Look what I've
Yeah,
got.
Start running around them.
Alright, everybody who's trying to run past the undead, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
I'm more trying to just, like, outrun. Like, I'm not trying to sneak past
Okay,
them. I'm just
cool.
trying to blitz past
Alright, you
them.
blitz past them, they all just kind of turn their heads to you like. And yeah, they're covered in all the same mushrooms on the Froghemoth.
Okay.
The zombies are going to attempt to shamble after you. The ghasts are a little quicker, but they can't keep up.
Okay.
So they get to the edge of the clearing, and they give up. And you and Noose are. And Monkfish is like, zombies, watch this. He runs into the clearing, right at one of the zombies, and is going to pole vault over it. Not pole vault, but he's going to grab by the head and just leap over it. And then keeps running.
Acrobatics?
Nah, fuck it. Yeah, probably. Ooh! That's what you get for being flashy. That's a.
Am I still on his back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an
And-
11. No, it's 12. Drops to his knees for a second. Gets up. Nope. Just as that's
And you thought Leah and
just-
I were at risk.
just as one of these gases like and narrowly slashes at Ogden's back. Narrowly misses Ogden with a slash. A paralyzing slash too. And Yeah. He says, go fuck. And
I pull the back of my robes and my bottom up just at the end. Just ooh.
And yeah, you guys get past the clearing. Eclipse and Leah, you're flying over a village, and Leah, you actually don't have much room to continue your flying because of the trees and everything. You're basically flying through trees, like. What's up?
Good question, Justin. Are we within a mile?
You are.
Okay, as soon as we get within that mile,
Mm-hmm.
Ash is going to start concentrating and like having to have Ogden do the navigating.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to concentrate on casting clairvoyance at the location where we're going.
Okay. Cool.
Using his classifier.
Yeah, sweet. So yeah, Leah, Eclipse, you guys are flying into Blade Grove now, but Leah, there's not much room for you to fly, so you probably have to land. And
She's gonna land where she can.
Yep.
Like gently put Eclipse down
Mm-hmm.
and then drop out of her wild shape.
All right. A ruined and worn signpost lies nearby, welcoming you to Blade Grove. It looks like it had once been a hub of activity and commerce, and now appears to be a ghost town. Derelict and rotting wooden buildings carved into the trees appear half sunk into the muddy, decaying ground, and the whole area reeks of decay and death. In the distance, you see an inn called the Mossy Stone, and the building's roof has collapsed into itself, and the back half of the building appears completely submerged by the mud. Leah, the last time you were here, Blight Grove was bustling. You met numerous folks during your time under Lexi's tutelage, and now it's devoid of all life. Something happened here, and judging by the look of things, possibly recent in the last 2 years or so.
Leah's making like a beeline towards the Mossy Stone Inn, because that's where Lexi said she was.
Okay. Henry... sorry, what's up?
Can I, as I'm following Leah, can I like peek into a few of the buildings to see if there's any signs of recent life?
You look through the inn use, you don't see anything. Lots of moss and mushrooms growing over everything. Almost like the forests and swamps are kind of taking it back.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow Leah the rest of the way.
Alright, eventually, you guys get to, the second half of the group gets to Blight Grove, to the ruined signpost, and see this decaying ghost town-like village.
Okay. Through the sensor that I produced through clairvoyance, can I see Eclipse and Leah?
Yes. You see them approaching a building called the Mossy Stone Inn.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that up, or at least for the next 10 minutes as we approach, as long as I can, and just keep it up so I can keep an eye on it. It also is, it's not like just a sensor, it's actually one of my ancestors' spirits flies over there and turns invisible and just hangs out.
I'm gonna have some fun with this one. You want to see what the spirit looks like? And then it kind of flies off in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose because it takes 10 minutes to cast, like, as we're going.
Yeah.
Ash is, like, focusing and concentrating, and then, like, gradually the image of one of his ancestors just, like, coalesces and, like, detaches from it, and then just zooms off.
Alright, yeah, you chase after the spirit. Leah and Eclipse. You guys find the Mossy Stone Inn. Do you go inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This 2-floor building is nearly reclaimed by the earth itself. The floor has rotted away in sections, revealing patches of wet, muddy ground where small clusters of mushrooms have begun to grow. And that's when a smell hits you. And you see mossy structures growing out from the tables and the bar counter. Upon closer inspection, you notice that these clusters of moss are actually growing out of the corpses of dead humanoids. A collection of humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, and gnomes alike. Most of these corpses are still sitting upright at their tables, the fungus and moss keeping the integrity and structure of their body intact and upright. Other corpses have slumped over at tables and the bar. A set of stairs ascend upwards to the second floor, but the stairs have completely collapsed, and there's a massive hole in the ceiling where the roof caved in and took up the stairs. Nearby lies a door that is covered in moss and fungus spores that reads Wine Cellar. Across it, reads Wine Cellar across it, the lettering mostly faded away. And behind the bar is a large, muscular human male whose head is mostly rotted away, with fungus growing out from where the head used to be, the corpse still standing upright. And a cough comes from the bar counter, and you see one of the piles of moss and mushrooms move. It appears to be a slightly elderly woman with white hair, her skin extremely pale with black ooze seeping from her mouth and eyes, a crown of blue mushrooms similar to Leah's erupting from her head, as well as other mushrooms bursting out from cracks in her skin. And she just says, "Leah? Is that you?"
Leah runs over so she can see her face. She's just like, Lexi?
Yes.
What happened?
The plague.
I'm gonna stand nearby so I can hear the louder parts of their conversation, but I'm gonna keep my eyes on the front door waiting for the others.
Okay. They'd show up at this moment. Ash at the door. Standing there is an ancestral guardian, and it's Daddy Monsoza. Manfred.
Ooh, I believe they should be. They are invisible though.
Oh.
Yeah, the sensor is unseen.
Okay, never mind. You don't see who it is then.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to do
Actually,
it.
I leave him outside, out in
Okay.
the middle of all the buildings and
Sure.
everything.
Yeah, you all get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna give him this so that Leah can have her moment.
And you guys see Leah kind of kneeling by a moss-covered body at the counter.
When did this start happening?
2 years ago?
Why didn't you try to contact me?
I did. You weren't here. You were on a different plane.
Oh. Leah just internally is just like, shit.
And she coughs, and more of this black ichor just comes up and splats on the floor. Just
Do you know if it's reversible?
I don't know. We tried healing the others, but nothing worked. They turned into undead with...
Would the healers outside of the city work? With the resurrection rod, your rod, we found it. Why did we find your rod at the spring?
I don't know. I don't remember a lot. I went to the Life Spring with some other druids, and we got attacked by a massive abomination that lived in the spring. It killed the others. A few of us got away. I must have dropped it in a panic, and then I noticed this happening, and she points to all the mushrooms and moss growing out of her body.
Are you stuck here?
I think so.
Has anyone else come by?
No. Well, there was a figure.
Who?
It was very tall, armor, covered in spikes. He traveled with a flaming horse. He's
Was
been
this-
here for a while. I was able to communicate with you. I left my body for a moment to speak with you. That's how I saw that figure. I think he wants the heart.
But that means we all die.
Yeah. Which wouldn't be a bad thing for me right now. I've seen what this plague turns people into. I've locked some of them in the basement, in the cellar, until a cure is found. She coughs again, a little more violent this time, Oh, you have friends.
I wouldn't call them friends, but they've been quite good to me, Lexi.
Hmm.
I've been trying. Do you really think there's a cure after all this time?
There has to be.
Are the ones in the basement still alive?
They've been claimed. They're feral now, I think. I can hear them snarling. Sometimes. And she coughs again, a little more violently this time. More of the ichor kind of oozing out of her eyes and her nose, and her mouth.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey. One second. And she goes still.
Lexi?
And then she comes back. The fungal lich's heart. It's corrupted. With
what?
Fiends are here to steal it. They want to... I overheard weaponizing the plague. That's down here. In the world above. No. When you have time, go to the Lichen Den. Please.
I can't leave you like this, Lexi.
There's nothing you can do, child. Do you have my rod with you?
She looks over towards Noose.
She's like, I don't, but he does.
Take it. And do what I did with it. You remember what I did to your sweet little... And she coughs again.
She's gonna go over to Noose.
Yeah.
And, like, put her hand out. Be like, the rod.
I can bring people back, do you know that? I got, like, those spells. Don't need to, like, use the rod.
Noose. Give it to her.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
When Noose says that, Lexi smacks him across the face.
You're Leah.
Leah?
I mean, Leah, my bad.
I'm gonna get between Noose and Leah.
Yeah, I'll put a foot between those two cats.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're hurting. I know how it feels. So please let's just take this calmly, and no one needs to get hurt. All right?
All right, Captain, let's go over to the corner. Let's just shadow box and just sing our favorite songs. That's what we're gonna do.
Ogden, you're not helping.
No, I'm taking him away. We're going away. We're gonna shadow box in the corner.
The rod, Noose.
Ash is just staring off into space in no particular direction. It's like, all right, I can hear that something's going on in here, but I can't see shit, so sorry if I'm not exactly interacting.
Grump, you guys watch Grump kind of tying Ash's boots together.
I'm watching outside just in case we're interrupted, just making sure.
I don't get what's going on, because I can just bring people back, and it's like... I mean... We should save this rod, right? I mean, if I'm reading it right, what you... told me about it, right?
Captain,
What?
with respect, it's not about understanding. It doesn't belong to us. And frankly, it belongs to Lexi anyway. So if the whole rod is returning back to it, I think giving someone their property back is an absolutely admirable thing. And it's not about understanding. This is about feeling and emotionally allowing your crew the resources they've been given.
I mean, we have all this. I still don't get it, but here, you can give it to her. I just can't. I don't get it.
Cool. We'll work on those tight harmonies when I come back, okay?
All right.
Cool. Take half a step because of my long legs. Just, whoops. Leah, yeah. And,
Thank you.
Well, and we've got your back anytime you need it.
Leah goes back towards Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
She also pulls out that dagger that she grabbed from the counter from that guy.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
just like, Lexi, do you know what this is by chance?
No.
Thought it was worth asking.
It looks like her eyelids are getting a little heavy now.
Do you want me? Do you want me to kill you so I can bring you back? Without the disease. It'll at least buy you more time.
She thinks for a moment. If my circle's to end, then it's to end.
I will find a cure for you.
She smiles. Unfortunately, I think I'm a little too late for that.
Do you want me to end your circle, Lexi? So you don't have to suffer.
Monkfish is going to lean into Eclipse. Just kind of whisper. I think we should let her have her moment. This feels wrong, just kind of watching.
Agreed. I'm gonna put a reassuring hand on Leah's shoulder, and then turn to everyone and start heading out.
Okay. Ash, you see Eclipse just walk out.
Monkfish, Ogden, somebody, can you help me make my way out?
Yeah. And Monkfish kind of scoops you up under the arm.
All right, the fuck.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, rub tight your boots together.
Oh, sorry, Ash.
Unties them real quick.
Way to read the room, jackass.
Yeah. Taking a mental note.
Get up and then walk out with Monkfish, still keeping an eye out through the clairvoyance.
Okay. Ogden and Noose. Do you guys leave?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you you have a special memory that you'd like, I can make that happen for you. Just anytime you need that, or if you just need a friend, let me know.
Thank you, Ogden.
Yeah, and then I back up slowly and stop at the door as a double check. And I'm out, yeah.
Okay. What about Noose?
It was like, well,
What is it, Noose?
I mean, I know I haven't shown my abilities very much in our time together, but, like, I'm a cleric. I can, like, heal people. I have spells that help with this type of thing.
She said she hasn't been able to find a cure, Noose. Pretty sure that's one of the first things they would have tried. And she said she doesn't want to come back.
Oh, yeah, that makes a big difference. I'm really sorry. And he's just gonna heel pivot and just stiffly walk out the door.
Okay. So yeah, Leah, and you're alone with Lexi.
So is she like sitting at the bar?
She's kind of slumped up on the ground against the bar.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's basically face to face with you now. Mm-hmm.
Leah's just gonna like sit next to her.
Okay.
And she's just like, she just like kind of like puts her head on her shoulder.
Okay.
And it's just like, thank you. Thank you for showing me I could be my own person. And thank you for believing in me when no one would, Lexi. And thank you for everything. You were the best person. You were the mom anyone would ever want. The one I should have had. And you deserve peace. I love you. And she's gonna take that dagger that she had and she's gonna like stab Lexi in the heart. Just
Okay.
like, and I miss you. Sleep sweet, Lexi. And she's just gonna put her arms around her and just start bawling.
Okay. She doesn't gasp or anything when you do it. Almost like the plague that had taken her had kind of taken away all feeling. And as the life starts to fade, she kisses you on the forehead and just says, "You'll be wonderful," and closes her eyes. And that's where we're going to go take a break real quick. So we'll see you all back here in 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
Welcome back, everybody, to Beneath the Tide, episode 50. So yeah, you guys are all sitting outside, Leah. You're just sitting there with Lexi. And her eyes are just closed.
She's just sitting next to her and just like,
I need to give you a proper resting place.
and she's just gonna try to start dragging the body out the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna check inside because like it's been quiet for a while,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna
You
notice
see-
her doing
Yeah,
this
you see Leah dragging the body of Lexi.
and just give her a hand with it.
Okay. Monkfish will come in too and like, here. I can carry her if you'd like.
Thank you, Monkfish. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. I'm immune to all this shit anyway. And picks her up.
I have a request of you all, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course.
Do you think it's a bit of a walk, but do you think we could go back to by the Trundlewood? I'd like to bury her next to my cat there. That's where all this started. And the circle is complete, and I feel like that is where it should end.
Yes. We'll go with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that a graveyard?
No, the Trundlewood is where I lived, Noose.
Okay.
I haven't been back for quite some time.
Yeah, if everyone else is okay with it.
Well, then we'd better stop moving if there's no objections.
Leah will start leading the way then.
Okay. Monkfish follows, carrying Lexi.
Eclipse is following.
Okay.
Ash hangs in the back but follows after.
Okay. Grump will waddle along. And pushing east through the forest, it seems to get slightly more dense and darker. I already read that part. So back into the dark area of the forest. You guys pass the path that leads towards the life spring and go the opposite direction. And you see numerous craters that have been erupted from the earth. Blood and strange ichor spattered across the landscape. It looks like something had been like bursting out of the ground and attacking things and then pulling them into the ground. Based on the level of you guys, you would know these are the telltale signs of a bullet.
Uh-oh.
But the holes and craters seem old. Almost like hasn't lived in here for quite some time. Still, if anyone wants to tread cautiously, you may. But eventually,
I definitely am.
Okay, so anyone who wants to tread cautiously, give me stealth checks.
Hey, if anybody's thinking about creating water, and then we just walk on top of the water, so that there's no tremors.
Eclipse got a 23.
Ogden got a 17.
Okay.
Leah got a 17.
Okay.
Ash is not attempting to move subtly, but is moving at a significant distance back away from everybody. Like, he hangs back when he sees everyone moving stealthily and just doesn't, but, like, hangs
Okay.
back significantly.
Noose will see that, and then he'll do Blessing of the Twixter to give you advantage on your stealth check.
Okay.
I say to Monkfish, what do you say, big cat? You want to pay back on that piggyback ride?
Doesn't hear because he still has a mind to stop listening to that.
Oh, well, then I just look at him.
Fine, get on. He nods. Sure. 27 for a stealth check.
So I'm grunting and he just puts his paw over my mouth?
Yep, just... No.
He's on my back.
Alright, and Noose and Ash, you guys eventually get to the craters.
He's rolled a 2.
Okay. Nothing happens. And you guys pass through the craters. And built in and around the towering stalks of mushrooms are buildings carved into the base of the more hardy and woodier mushrooms. Small, comfortable, and quaint little residences dot the area, and you can tell at one point in time this had been a small village, a comfortable village. In the center of the village is a fountain that has long since dried up and become taken over by the same fungus and moss that has covered everything else. The buildings sit alone and vacant, not a soul around, an eerie silence surrounding everything. There's a rumble of movement nearby, like a tremor, but then silence once more.
Lexi's going to
Leah?
keep walking.
Names
Leah's
are
gonna
hard today.
too many L's. This episode is a real L. Leah's gonna walk forward, and she's gonna go to where her house used to be.
Sure.
And she knew she buried her cat low on like the edge of the forest behind her house. So she's gonna try to see if like the marker is still there and all that.
You hear that tremor again. And then getting closer and closer. What sounds like digging. And grunting. Do you continue forward?
Leah's gonna continue forward. She's just kind of gripping her staff in her hand.
Okay. Oof. So you see the home, but where the markers are, there's a large sort of figure hunkered like over the markers, digging into the earth. As if it's almost looking for food. The creature is about 10 feet tall, maybe a little more. Green flesh covered in pustules and sores, and a very potent stink is emanating from this giant-esque creature. It has a hooked nose, long, greasy, shoulder-length black hair. Looks very similar to the troll you all saw in the jungles of Red Dove on your way to the volcano. You all see this rock troll kind of digging. who are attempting to dig into the graves.
Lexi is
Leah?
hella pissed, or Leah's hella pissed, and she's just gonna cast Blight at 5th level at this thing.
Okay. Alright, go for it. It doesn't see you, so
It's a con 15 save.
yeah. Alright.
Something tells me this thing has a massive con save.
Is Blight necrotic damage? I think it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Alright. Doesn't even need to make this save. It is immune to necrotic damage. So you cast a 5th level Blight on the troll. And it goes... "Rrr!" Stands up. Turns around and sees all of you. Sort of standing there. Noose and Ash probably still behind. Yeah, we roll initiative.
Chill out. All right. Everybody roll initiative?
When the thing turns around, Leah's just like, find better food elsewhere, you bitch.
Alright, Eclipse, what did you get?
Natural 20 for 27? 28? 28.
28. Nice. Ogden.
It's a natural 20 for Icarus.
Okay.
So that's a 21 overall.
Yep.
And Ogden got a 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Shit, I don't have Icarus in the combat tracker. I'll do that now. What's Icarus' armor class again?
Icarus' armor class, I think.
I don't need to know.
I'll find it. Yeah,
You got a 21 for initiative?
Yeah, you got a 21 for initiative.
Cool. What did Leah get?
19.
19. For the guys that are going to be showing up in a minute, Noose and Ash, what'd you guys get?
18.
18. Noose.
Natural 1.
Plus anything?
So plus 4, so
Five.
5, same as Ogden, but
Yeah, Noose will go first, yeah.
even though it was a natural 1, which is weird.
Okay. So, immediately at the start, Eclipse, you see this massive troll stand up, maybe 20 feet away, digging into these graves, and it stands up and turns around. And yeah, Leah throws a blade at it, doesn't do anything, and it just turns around and lets it a bellowing.
Does it have similar mushrooms to the beast we fought yesterday?
It does
Okay. Cool. Then in that case, I am going to I'm just gonna straight out full out attack it.
Okay. So you rush up to it?
Yep.
Nice.
Short sword.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the wrong page. So many things. That's a 15 to hit.
It blocks the hit with one of its arms.
Okay. And then bonus action
Okay.
with the dagger.
And you have dual wielder now as a feat, so bam bam.
Natural 20.
Nice. Max damage plus roll damage and sneak attack because of dual wielder, I think.
And because I'm level 10 now, it's 5d6.
Yeah, and sneak attack is also doubled.
Mm-hmm. So that's
blocks your first strike and you bring the dagger up.
It's 34 plus. Ooh, pretty good. 34 plus 10, 20, so 40, 54
Total damage.
plus, have my bonus, plus 6. So 60 damage.
60 total damage.
60 total damage in one hit.
Fuck yeah. So,
That's a level 10 rogue.
damn. Fuck. Okay, you guys watch this Eclipse. It blocks the first hit from Eclipse, then does like a swirling, like a twirl of her dagger, like Arya style against.
I was gonna say,
spoilers.
drops it.
Yeah.
Grabs it and just jams it up into the troll's belly, and it just goes.
And I also like run it to the side.
Yeah, and kind of half like eviscerated, and it's one of its little entrails pops out. Just.
And then backflip back to the group.
Okay. And it hasn't. Yeah. Never mind, you're fine. Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
You did notice that it had an overwhelming stench when you were near it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that'll
Ooh.
bring it to Icarus.
He's gonna fly in
Mm-hmm.
and scream right in its face and then fly out and give the help action to Ash.
Sounds good. Ah, fuck you!
Oh yeah, brother!
Fuck you, brother! Yeah. That'll bring it to the Rot Troll.
Yeah.
No one gets affected by the Rancid Degeneration, though, because no one's within 5 feet. So it's going to race forward. And make all 3 attacks against Eclipse.
Oh, okay. Good thing my AC went up by 1.
Oh! Jeremy.
Is this karma?
Jeremy, if you're in chat, Garrett and I love to thank you for these dice towers.
These dice towers.
These dice towers. They're so good. That's a natural 20.
Oh,
For the bite
karma's
attack.
a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, bring it on.
Okay, so for piercing damage, because there is necrotic to this, you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
And since the necrotic is also crit, you take 48 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. That did a whopping.
So, and bites down on you, and then as it's like chewing into your shoulder, it's going to use its 2 free hands and kind of grab you around the waist and dig its claws into you and make 2 claw attacks. You can do your whatever it is to have that damage if you want, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna uncanny dodge the necrotic damage.
Yeah. So it's what did I say it was?
24.
Yeah, so it's 24 instead. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
No worries. And then the claw attack, that is a 25 to hit.
Hits.
That's 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 9 necrotic damage. So it just digs its claws into your left side, and then its other free hand is going to claw you for a 3rd attack. Oh, that is only or maybe that might hit actually only. Sorry, I don't know why I said only. That's an 18 to hit.
Fuck, that's my AC.
Okay. My math is so bad. 12 slashing damage. And 10 necrotic damage. Just.
I'm down.
Okay. So just. And Eclipse just. Unconscious.
Ooh, wait. Shit. Oh, I haven't gone yet. I'm not raging. Never mind. I can't do anything. I can't do that.
That'll bring it to Leah. Oh, sorry. At the end of the troll's turn, this happens. So Leah, Eclipse, Ogden. Not Icarus, because Icarus is flying around. Leah, Eclipse, and Ogden each take 12 necrotic damage from the Rancid Degeneration, because that happens at the end of its turn.
Dang.
So, Eclipse, you take a death save fail from that. as this rancid cloud of stink just fills the area, and you each take 12 necrotic damage. Bringing it to Leah.
Leah just kind of like looking at what he did to Eclipse, looking towards like the dug up grave, kind of like glance it back to Lexi.
Yep.
She's just like pissed, and she's going to
Just remember, immune to necrotic damage.
So I make sure this doesn't kill any. How far is Eclipse from this thing?
5 feet.
Never mind. I was gonna do call lightning, but I'm like, nope.
Nope, that would be bad.
Nope. Shit.
As long as it's just a saving throw, I only take 1 failed death save.
Yeah, I think it would also affect all the other people standing in front of it, which is Ogden.
Shit. All 5 feet. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, but that's necrotic. Oh. I love Leah to bits, but this is such a bad situation.
Remember, you have Shillelagh.
I do, and I guess I could have tried to beat the crap out of it. Well, she's hella pissed. She's just raging.
Can Leah have like a one-time rage?
Yeah, it's called your wild shape ability.
You do wild shape.
You... Fuck it. Let's just wild shape into a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking T-Rex!
Wait.
I don't
well,
think
I did it last time, remember?
That was polymorph.
Well, wait,
Polymorph.
but it's it has to be a CR1 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't launch you into a T-Rex. You can polymorph into a T-Rex.
Is that going to be worth it, though?
Because then you have to wait another turn.
Turn to do something.
Yeah.
You know what? She's just gonna bonus action Shillelagh.
Okay.
And she's just gonna go with her Glacial Staff, and she's just gonna try to freaking hit this thing.
Go for it.
She's just mad. She ain't rational. She's just 3 feet of straight up rage. 21.
21 hits. Just...
Oh yeah!
Nice.
That's my little druid
And
girl.
she's going to expend a charge on the staff to do Vampiric Strike.
Nice. I think that's also necrotic, though.
But it... when it hits it, she gets the hit points back.
But is it damage taken?
Is it necrotic?
To the damage dealt by the weapon. Equal
So
to
yeah,
the damage dealt
and
by the weapon.
I think it's necrotic with Vampiric Strike.
It actually doesn't say anything specific about necrotic.
Okay, cool. Then it's not necrotic damage. Cool.
Wait! So
Yeah.
that's gonna be... This is gonna be close. I roll Shillelagh damage for that?
Yes.
Good. So 7, 8, 9. So it's gonna take 10 damage.
Okay, and you heal by 10.
And I heal by 10.
Yep.
Bless.
You just... It's like... Anything else? Bonus action to attack. I don't think you have anything else to do.
No, but if it's gonna... No, because it's done its turn.
Yep.
So she's just gonna stay there.
Okay. That'll bring it to Ash. You feel like you have advantage on your first attack because of Icarus just shouting in this thing's face.
All right. Can I get to it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ash is going to rage and charge.
Sure.
So, first attack with advantage. Good thing I have advantage. That went from a 5 to a 17, so that is a 28 to hit.
28 does hit. You just rush forward and slam whichever trident you're using into this thing.
Or Weaver. Pike.
Yeah, Pike.
For maximum damage, that is 20 points of damage.
Nice. Right in its open wound that it has in its belly, and more of its like gelatinous bodily fluids spill out.
All right, and then I'm going to yank it out and spin around and strike with it again.
Yeah.
That is a 25 to hit.
That definitely is.
Me.
4, 15, 3, 18 points of damage on the second attack.
Nice. It's starting to look not real good.
All right, and that's all I got.
Okay. Bring it to Monkfish. He's going to race up to it and go for some unarmed strikes. 28 to hit on his first one, so he just runs up, boom, right in the troll taint. 10 bludgeoning damage. He's going to make another arm strike. As it's like, buckles down, he's going to swing up and go for an uppercut. That's a 19 to hit, 10 plus 9. That is 7 bludgeoning damage. Whack! As his 2 attacks, he's going to then spend a key point.
Ooh.
Monks are fun.
Yeah, they are. And do Flurry of Blows for 2 more unarmed strikes. Just, and then, boom! Boom! Right in the face. 18, that hits. That's 10 bludgeoning damage. The troll like drops to its knees, and then he's going to jump in the air and do a spin kick to its face. That's his final unarmed strike. Hits 7. How do I want to do this? In the air and just spin kicks it and snaps its neck, and it just drops to the ground. That's the end of combat. Eclipse is unconscious.
Medic.
Yeah, and he's just gonna head over there and use a healer's kit.
Okay.
And you get that's good. 19 HP.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Just goes over to her, gets a little bit of alcohol and some bandages, splashes their face.
Did I kill it?
Yeah, you did. You did a great job.
Yeah, it was all you.
While Noose is tending to Eclipse, Leah's just by the rot troll with her staff, just beating it over and over again. Like, no, full well I know it's dead, but she's just pissed off.
Yeah, Noose is gonna turn her into a T-Rex. Let her have fun.
Okay, yeah, Leah, you turn into a T-Rex out of nowhere.
Ash is just leaning on the pike next to her, watching her do that, and then she turns the T-Rex. He just, like, takes 3 really big steps backwards, and then goes back just leaning and watching.
Monkfish just scoops Eclipse up and gets back.
Leah just, like, takes the hit with, like, the and the T-Rex's mouth just chomps on the troll and just starts ripping it to like a dog would have with a chew toy, and just starts like ripping it to shreds.
Yeah. So you guys just see pieces of troll raining all around the backyard of his home.
Ash would like to rummage around in his pack as this is happening.
Yeah.
Find the 2-year-old paper rainbow, or the 2-year-old rainbow parasol from Silger.
Yeah.
And just...
Yeah, bits of rot troll just start raining around. It smells like a stink bomb mixed with wet, rotting meat, just raining all around.
Caleb, you know you're muted, right?
As you were saying that, all I could think was I was gonna just bump Ash and be like, "Where's your parasol?"
Monkfish is going to use his... What is he going to do? He's going to use a key point. Nah, that'd be a waste. He's going to cast Prestidigitation and just try not to make the area smell like shit. He's going to make it smell like catnip.
So question.
Yep.
Is New seeing any materials usable?
Give me a medicine check, because it's being torn apart.
Yeah.
Is there anything big enough to use as a material component?
That is a 26, 17 on the dice. So.
Chunks of meat everywhere. Take your pick.
Does Noose know anything about trolls?
Not about rot trolls specifically. You would know that most trolls are extremely vulnerable to fire damage. But rot trolls, you don't know much about them.
Okay.
They are not vulnerable to fire damage, though.
Okay. Okay. But would I know that it being a troll, it would likely have healing properties?
It does not. This one doesn't. This one, you can tell probably based on its rot, that its rot basically prevents it from having any magical abilities or anything.
Okay. Yeah, if News can find like an organ, you can pick which one, but he'll just take an organ and get creative with it.
I want to see. No, I don't want to be crass and rude.
Hey.
Fuck it.
Come on.
You find a rot troll scrotum intact with testicles.
This is like, what is this used for?
And it reeks. All of the rot trolls stink. It's like an unbearable stench even for Noose.
It's like the yellow guy in Sin City.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just like jangling it around. Like, what the heck? All right.
One of them pops out of the sack and just dangles there.
Oh.
Yeah. He just puts it in a wrap and it's just...
That's probably good eating.
Really?
No, that's a joke. It was a pipshit joke. Don't eat it. And Leah, you're at the grave site. The graves haven't been that dug up. Like the bodies are still covered and everything. And yeah, Lexi's body is just kind of laying there nearby.
Leah's still in T-Rex form, right?
Correct. It's still ripping apart this rot troll.
So once she's like kind of like had enough, that like she's just like, okay, she's going to kind of like try to dig up a spot next to her cat in T-Rex form, try to make this easier to fit the body.
Since you're T-Rex, I'm assuming you're using your head because T-Rex have little tiny arms. All right.
Yeah,
you also have massive claw feet.
Yeah, you can easily dig up a hole.
And then she's going to... Would she be able to end being a T-Rex, or does Noose have to do that?
I think Noose has to.
Yeah. You could just look at me and I have pretty good insight. I could probably figure it out.
Oh, she's just going to use her telepathy on Noose because she can still use it. She'll be like,
true.
Noose.
Although T-Rex couldn't reach us.
have a big head.
Can still use
Little
telepathy. Can still
arms.
use
I
telepathy.
just don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
this
No,
plan
yeah.
was well thought out.
Yeah, you can still use telepathy.
Noose, would you mind turning me back?
He just doesn't even respond and just lets it drop. He's still messing around in the guts.
Yep. That Rotron got fucked up.
Yeah, that wasn't even one round. Combat.
Me up
Nope,
too.
it wasn't.
God.
Yeah, so
We do have like 7 people in the party.
Yeah,
so.
right now. Yeah, Leah, so you drop back into your little halfling form.
Leah goes over to where Lexi's like laying down. She's dragging the body over to where she dug the little grave.
Oh. Yep. Sorry, I almost played True Survivor from Kung Fury. Yeah, so you bring the body over to the grave.
She puts her in there best she can, and she just kind of like sitting at the edge of it, just looking down, and is just like,
I'm sorry I wasn't there when you called for me, Lexi. I'm so sorry. I should have been there. I didn't know, and I wish I would have known. I promise I will try and fix things. I know you were always telling me don't end circles in anger, but you're not here to give me that grief right now, so I will do whatever I can to stop this plague from spreading, because that's what you would have wanted. Whatever it takes.
Grump's gonna waddle up beside you, Leah, and say, Leah,
Yes, Grump?
Noose has been teaching me the ways of Pipshin, and I think I have a connection to Pipshin, and if you don't mind, I'd like to try a kind of ceremony for your friend here.
All right, Grump. I'd be okay with that.
He turns back to Noose. Can I get your help? Thank you.
Which one are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to cast a spell called Ceremony.
But which ceremony?
Funeral rite.
Ah, yes. The funeral rites of Pipshin. Let us begin.
And he hops down into the grave. He has to touch the body. And he touches Leah, or touches Lexi. Even I do it now. And casts Ceremony. And for an hour, it's an hour casting to do it. And he touches her, and he's in the grave, and he's, "Oh, Pipshin, guide us in this ceremony."
And he's standing above the grave is like, "Would all those who wish to speak to this one's wife speak true of her and her intentions and experience, and bless us all with her story."
And as Noose and Grump work together to cast Ceremony and do this spell, Lexi's body is actually lifted out of the grave a little bit by vines that kind of entwirl around her body and lift her up into the air, maybe 20 feet out of the grave. And as her body starts to get wrapped up with these vines, little mushrooms start to grow from the vines. Strange mushrooms that you've never seen before. They're purple and they glow. And they shimmer like starlight almost inside. And then one by one they just kind of grow out and appear and cast this sort of shimmering effect, and other strange plant life starts growing from it. Strange yet beautiful. Almost like these plants are being pulled from the Feywild in this ritual. and the vines sort of coalesce into this tree and sort of form a tree. And the tree is spouting just different weird mushrooms and flowers and other just assortments of fruits and things. And for a moment, you swear you see a figure kind of sitting in the branches. You don't see much of the figure, though. You just see maybe a hint of a smiling porcelain white mask in the bush, in the foliage of the tree, and that just sort of figure fades, and the tree forms, and Grump kind of nudges Noose. Now what?
I think someone's supposed to say something.
Oh.
One of her friends.
Lexi was amazing. She was one of the most kind individuals you could ever know. She was able to show me the ways of the spore druids, and that's something I will always have in my debt for. And she taught me how to make friends. And I think I'm starting to consider you guys friends. She was able to bring my cat back and able to show me the world. She was incredible. She wasn't like me at all. Loved everybody and just saw the good in people. And she will be missed. But she only dies truly if we stop talking about her. And I will never stop talking about her. She will live on. Her circle will never completely end. It will be with me.
And so we must spread the story of Lexi.
Yes.
Amen. And it was a 3-pie salute.
Okay.
And he fires the 3 pies straight up into the air, and who knows where they're going to land.
Let's find out. Okay. The first pie on Ash's head.
He's got his parasol up.
Oh yeah, so on the
yeah.
parasol. So Ash, you feel like, and this just like a custard pie just drops off the side.
Of all the magic items I have, this one's my favorite.
A pie lands on Eclipse's hat. Oh, it doesn't have that hat anymore. She got disintegrated.
No, I have like the
Yeah.
the really
that's
long
right.
Peter
The Robin
Pan
Hood. Yeah,
type
the
hat.
Robin Hood
Yeah.
esque hat.
The big feather.
Yeah. Lands on top of your hat, just. And the third and final pie. Eclipse. You take your hat off to dust the pie off, and another one just on top of your head.
And thus Eclipse has been blessed by Pipshin yet again.
And
With death and great sorrow brings new life. Eclipse, you shall present the next new wife.
Me. I don't even know what that means, Noose.
I don't know either,
Then why'd you say it?
and
'cause that's the rules.
as
Them's the rules, I
them's the
guess.
rules, as the ritual ends and the spell ends, Leo, you watch one of the fruits that are growing on the tree kind of bursts open, and a little robin flies out and kind of just flies and lands in one of the branches and just starts singing a melody. And then Grump climbs up out of... Oh no, fuck. Grump would have climbed out of the grave before that all happened, or he would have been, I'm in the tree! He just turns to you, Leah, and says,
For the next 7 days, her body is safe and she can't be turned into a zombie. Unless somebody has a wish spell, but...
Thank you, Grump.
Yeah, I can't believe that worked, to be honest.
You're more powerful than I think you know.
Huh.
He looks at Ash when Leah says that, just stares him in the eyes.
And Leah's gonna go up to the tree and she's gonna hug it.
Okay. All right.
Are any of like the pieces of fruit or mushroom within her reach she could try to grab?
Totally.
She'll grab one.
Okay. You pluck a apple off the tree.
She's gonna put it in her bag for safekeeping.
All right.
And she'll pluck one more off.
Okay. You get another apple.
And she's gonna take a bite out of it.
All right. Tastes like an apple.
She's just gonna kind of like look at the tree and be like, another circle. And just keep munching on the apple.
Okay. And your house is right there. Oh, what's up? Eclipse?
I was just gonna keep an eye on Leah, make sure she's seeming to do all right after the funeral.
Leah's gonna make sure that Lo and her parents' grave just kind of like pat the dirt on, make sure it's still kind of more or less looking proper.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna look at the group and be like, next to the tree is Lo, who was my beloved cat. And next to Lo was my father Otho and my mother. They were both wonderful clerics, Otho and Camellia. But they were unable to stop the plague here. I left. When Lo died, I ended up finding out that they killed her, so I would become a cleric like them. But it didn't stop me. So I went out. I ran into Lexi, and she helped me. And I became who I am. I came back years later to find that this plague was going around, and I stayed with my parents until the end. And I buried them like they wanted. And I stayed, and soon each member of my clan had passed, and I was the only one left. So, it's strange being back here, that's for sure. This used to be such a bustling town, and now it's quiet. No one else deserves to have this plague happen to them. We have to stop it. We really do. It's not fast, that's for sure.
Do you have any ideas on how we can stop it?
My parents were healers and they could never figure it out. I watched, I tried. Nothing that I tried worked.
I think that means we need to kill something.
What if we ask Pipchin?
You know, there are other
Shredder?
gods. I know that I was possessed by one of them, but I'm sure the rest of them aren't terrible.
Noose, you want to ask Pipchin?
It's kind of private.
Well, we can give you space.
We could go the rest of us could go see my house how it used to be while Noose is out here by the tree, if you want some privacy.
Yeah.
All right, and
Can
Leah
I
will-
stay?
Sure, Grump.
Okay.
Leah will start walking over to the house.
Okay, it's unlocked.
She's gonna walk in and see what's still left around.
Alright. Seen better days. There's a fine layer of dust, grime, and mold clinging to everything. Portraits of you and your family have nearly rotted away along the walls, with most of the wallpaper peeling and eroding away. The fireplace is the home for ashes now, and the mantle is empty. Whatever may have sat upon, now long since lost. The corridor leading to the bedrooms is dark, dank, and has a strong, musty odor to it.
She's gonna go over to where the portraits were and just kind of pick one up, just watching it crumble a bit. Just being like,
That was quite some time ago.
And, meanwhile, outside was Noose and Grump.
Bump, I didn't prepare commune today. You gotta help me. We gotta figure something out.
Well,
We gotta make something up.
is there any way you can...
We gotta make something up.
Divine
we just
intervention?
we gotta just kill it. Right? That's the thing. We gotta kill whatever. We gotta look for whatever's
But if...
equating to stuff and kill it. Is that a good idea?
No.
No.
I think we need guidance on this one.
If the druids couldn't even do it.
I don't have the spells prepared, so I mean.
I don't think you need a spell prepared for what I'm suggesting.
What are you suggesting?
You're a 10th level cleric now.
The divine intervention is like crazy. That's like
Well, maybe he could
defeat my enemies for
yeah,
me.
maybe he could end the plague.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
You don't have to do it. It's just my suggestion.
Yeah. No, I'll do it right now. Hey, Pipshin. I'm gonna ask you one real a solid right now. It's gonna be kind of a big one.
Roll me a
And-
d20.
It's not a d20. It's a I have to roll percentage dice, and it has to be it
Oh, I
has
was-
to
I
be
thought it was
lower
D20.
than
It has to be your
It has to be
cleric
lower
level or
than-
lower.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Watch him roll like a 9.
see.
On the bright side, if it fails, you can do it again after a long rest.
Yeah, percentile dice.
Okay.
Oops. So.
Boop.
50.
Okay.
No.
No. Well,
Yeah, so I guess we should just kill it, whatever it is, wherever it's coming
Do you
from.
think
Just
maybe-
go somewhere and destroy
Do
something.
you think it might be that tree thing she talks about? The fungal lich?
maybe he has to be destroyed. Maybe he's part of all this. Maybe.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
know.
kill it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll say that Pipshin told us that. All right.
Pipshin said
gotta-
we
you
have to
gotta
kill the
stick with me
fungal
on that.
lich, but Leah said if the fungal lich's heart dies, she dies. Maybe
That's
that's...
a risk I'm willing to take.
I can bring her back now. I know. I've been learning how to do that kind of...
Yeah, I can do that too.
We'll be
Like,
fine.
I have all these spells to bring people back, and nobody knows about it. Because I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, Lexi's rod, in case. Something doesn't work.
Yeah, like if anybody gets disintegrated like Eclipse, I could have brought her back if she wasn't disintegrated.
Yeah. I don't think the Rod of Resurrection will work on a disintegrated person. I think you need a true resurrection for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I know, apparently, from the man telling me in my head who sits at a table.
Anyways, yeah. Okay. And he waddles into Leah's house.
This will be like, I'll kind of roll the dice and you'll be like, guess what, guys?
What is it, Noose?
Did you figure anything out?
Par for the course. Gotta kill something.
Did Pipshin say what we need to kill?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What?
Well,
Gotta kill the root of the problem.
yep, the fungal itch's heart.
Yep, some type of willy wicked looking tree.
You know that will probably end up killing me, but
We can bring you back. If it happens.
if it happens, but I don't know what would happen if I would be a druid anymore.
No, it looks like that's the thing.
You could
That's
be a
what we
druid
gotta
of
do if you
Pipshin or
wanna.
druid of Pipshin.
If you want to end this, it looks like it's stemming from that. And
If we must,
maybe when we get there, we'll see something else that gives us more options. But right now, we gotta kill it.
willing to do anything for Lexi, so let's do it.
Yeah,
All
are you
right.
sure about this?
Yeah, I
He just looks over at Grump. Kind of gives him a wink.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. Ash, do you want to kill a campaign 1 character?
I don't know what that means, but you can stop after the first 3 or 4 words, depending on if wanna is 1 or 2 words.
Do you want to kill?
Yeah, yes. The answer is usually yes.
What about Ogden? You want to save a friend?
I mean, yeah, always.
Monkfish?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Leah, was your house always this dusty?
At one time, no.
Hey, Eclipse.
Yes.
Of all the stuff we got from that hot spring,
Yeah.
my eye saw a bit of a diamond in there. Can I take it?
Yeah, it's a ring.
But yeah,
There's diamonds in it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only diamond thing.
All right. You can keep the rest.
All right.
Leah, can we loot your home?
Easy, Grump.
It's just a joke. I'm joking.
Grump, no, you helped me. I will allow it.
Oh, sweet. And he runs over to a collection of dust bunnies on the floor. I'm taking this.
As you wish.
For no reason at all.
Hey, that's good for lighting a fire.
Or putting on somebody while they're sleeping.
Makes a wicked sneeze.
Yeah.
Are you gonna check out any of the rooms while you're here, Leah?
She wants to go see her old bedroom to see what it looks like.
Okay. Empty. Your bed's there.
Any cat toys laying around.
There is. A cat bed.
She's gonna see if she can find any of her spare collar, or the cat's spare collars laying around.
Easy enough.
She grabs a couple of them and puts them in her bag.
Okay.
I want to walk up behind her, gently put my hand on her shoulder, and cast Detect Thoughts and Encode Thoughts, and find a memory of her playing with Lo.
Okay.
Pull that out. Explain how you can sit with the memory, go back and forth, and zoom in and whatever.
Ogden Boon.
Yeah.
You may have a D20 of DM inspiration.
Ooh. Thank you.
It's a lot of inspiration.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. And I will check the PHB to figure out what inspiration
You can
is.
you add a dice roll to any roll you make, basically.
Yeah, you can pretty much give yourself
Oh.
advantage on anything.
Yeah.
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 Thank you. That's awesome. Amazing.
And there is next to the health
Yep.
bar to the left of it, there's actually a little thing you can click that
Oh,
lets
you know,
that you have it.
you know I did it.
All right, cool.
Perfect. So I'll be right outside the door. Take your time. Remember, it's just a memory. That doesn't make it less sweet.
Before Ogden leaves, Leah's just gonna give him a big hug. Just be like, thank you, Ogden. She's gonna sit on the floor next to the cat bed and just look at her memory playing with Lo.
Okay.
I'll just casually wait outside.
What's Ash
Just
doing?
kind of cross my arms.
Got his umbrella out still?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the umbrella. He's just kind of shaking the bits and the pie off of it. Just kind of like, oh, I'm not good with this sort of thing. He's gonna take Cold Snap and turn it upside down, almost like a broom, and just kind of start raking troll bits off to one side.
Okay. Oh, you're outside still?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody has gone actually in the house. Okay, cool. You see a figure standing in the tree line then. Looking at you. They're familiar. It's Dustin. Just standing in the tree line. And in your head you hear, "Save me." And the figure disappears.
Just once I'd like my own head to be my own head. But I'll do my best. Go back to raking troll bits.
Easily enough. Anything? What's everybody else doing? Well, Leah's having her little moment in her own bedroom. I think you're muted.
I'm assuming Ogden comes back downstairs
Well,
after his little thing.
There's no
Oh, it's
second
just
floor,
one level.
So yeah, he just comes down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of just waiting, just
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can. I would assume Ogden would give a knowing look to Eclipse, being like, "Same thing. You know the drill." Like a second.
All right. She seemed like she was doing okay when you left her.
No, not at all. Never. No one ever seems better. But I think she will be.
Good. I'm glad you're here, Ogden.
You know, I wouldn't have said it at first. I would have thought the best place in the world was a library. But, today I discovered the best piece of literature is the one you write with friends.
Yeah. Stories we can share with others.
Yeah. A shared history. living it, not just reading it.
She's gonna play with one of the bandages. Ogden, when we get back to the ship, there's something I want to tell you. But now it's neither the time nor place.
Is it something you'd rather think?
Not yet.
Everyone will hear you.
Switch to channel 2.
Great. Thank you, Ogden.
Of course.
What's Noose doing?
Based on his past experience with bringing people back from the brink and his little experiments with internal organs.
Yeah.
He's looking at this thing before him and trying to figure out what the heck it does.
Which thing?
The thing he salvaged from the troll.
Oh! Sorry. How innocent is Noose?
Okay, so perhaps I should clarify this with other people. I've talked with Kate momentarily, I believe, but so Noose, he doesn't know where babies. I mean, he knows that babies come from women creatures, but he doesn't know the process. Like, he just thinks that when a woman creature wants to get pregnant or have a baby, it just swells up inside them. So he doesn't know the process. Because he hasn't drawn the connection between, two creatures wrestling around and then a certain time later something pops out. So Noose hasn't made that connection yet. He doesn't know how that works. So he's like looking at this.
Yep.
He's just like, this must be useless.
This is quite the dingleberry.
Monkfish is gonna walk over to Noose, maybe. Unless, what were you gonna do?
Well, unless he can either examine it and figure out what's really going on, or what the implied stuff is going on there based on his past medicine checks and dealing with bodies before.
Probably not.
Okay. This is weird.
Hey,
Now I think about it.
What do you got there, buddy?
Oh, hey. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think about what these are for. I know I got them. I know I'm pretty sure everybody else has them, but I've never seen them used.
Yeah. Yeah, one sec. He finds Ogden. Hey, you're friends with the goblin, right? Noose?
Yeah, the captain. Sorry, you just...
Yeah.
It's a rank thing.
He's waving testicles around.
Oh!
And he's asking that he says, I have these. I just don't know what they're used for. You seem to be the closest.
Yeah. Enough said. Enough said.
Tell him, give him a little talk.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yep.
And he just walks over.
Real quick though, is Christ?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, gotcha.
And he pulls out his pipe and walks out the door.
Noose.
What?
So, when you, Yeah, bud. So you, what do you know about what you got there?
Nothing.
Great.
They seem kind of useless.
And you said you have some of your own.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
other people that I've taken apart and stuff, and other animals, they have them.
Oh yeah. But you've sussed out that they're pretty, I'd say sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are you trying to learn about them?
I want to see what I can use them for. They seem kind of useless. Like, I mean, if you can figure out what to use them for, I mean, I could just remove everybody's, and then we could use them for that if they're really useful. What? I mean, if you can make something really cool out of these, then I mean, I might as well take everybody's.
I'm not trying to yuck your yum, Noose. But I'll tell you what. Specifically, those are used in the male reproduction and copulation.
What them words? Reproduction and copulation?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay. All right.
I love the fact that you guys are like brothers and having this conversation. Great.
I'm the older brother.
Yeah.
Listen, buddy, so, through ways and, happenings, half of the materials that are needed for a new being are stored in what you got in your hand. You know how sometimes you find pieces someplace and you find other pieces another place? And you're
that troll was everywhere.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Whale will probably poop bits of them out later.
I had not thought about polymorphing your insides as well as your outsides.
It's going to be a rough one, I imagine.
Yeah. So I wouldn't take everyone's what were you calling this, Noose?
I don't know. I haven't figured out a name of them.
I would say that they're a sensitive area and certainly not useless. They are half the materials. You know how when you found your armor and you held on to a piece of it, and then later you found the perfect other piece, and then you made it, and now you have that great armor?
I mean, yeah, like bits of skin and goblin flesh and...
Okay, all right, now we're cooking. What you have in your hand there is like the perfect half of material, and during reproduction and copulation...
Again, I don't know what that means.
You don't need to worry about it.
What are you trying to tell me, Ogden? I don't get it.
And code thoughts.
Oh my god, I have the memory of learning in grade school what it was, and I play the video for him. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, young elves. We have something to teach you. all the All the male elves get put in one room, all the female elves get put in another room. Are you having strange thoughts? Has hair begun to grow in places you didn't expect?
Oh, fuck.
Well then, you've started to go through what we call a puberty. Yes, that's right. Puberty. When a young man and young woman become a regular man and regular woman. What's that you say? Gross. I'm scared. No, don't be frightened. It's all part of life. As you leave your pupil stage and become fully matured adults stepping through the chrysalis of puberty, we'll try and guide you in the right direction.
Are there visuals that I'm seeing as well with this?
Yes.
I was really wondering how long you were going to go with that.
Oh, fuck.
Honestly.
How much longer is this video, you ask? Exactly 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a whole 2-hour session.
Here are some video examples.
Next week, where we all get the week off, and it's just going to be Caleb vamping on this for the whole slot. Justin won't even be there. It's just Caleb.
I'll bring visual aids.
Including visuals of AIDS. For the STI section.
So, yeah, Noose, you get a pretty visual experience through Ogden's words and then encode thoughts.
He cocks his head and just kind of whispers to himself, "Sins of the flesh?"
He gets it.
Yeah, that's the old SOTF.
But
yeah,
like, that seems like two separate things. You're aiming to have a kid, but you're not.
I'm curious about the not part.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I mean, it doesn't happen every time.
I have a lot to think about. That was an overload, Ogden, but thank you. That everybody's been kind of dancing around that little thing, and
I know where there's a brothel where we can find out.
I think
Ash killed the guy who owned it.
Oh,
it probably deserves it.
And if I'm being honest, Cat and Noose, I feel like that is maybe a birthday present for your at least 14th birthday.
When do goblins reach adulthood again?
Like 8, I think.
Next year.
Or like 9 or 10. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I think it's 10. But still, like, even though they're mature, that doesn't mean like they will have gained that knowledge.
No, I know.
Too much knowledge.
All right, so
wait, was Grump also watching?
He's sitting right there. Just yeah.
Wait, did Grump know any of this?
Oh, totally.
Oh. Oh yeah, he was out in the world. Noose was sequestered in a cabin with Pipshin for practically his whole life.
So that's probably why people don't want you using scrotums and testicles as materials.
Yeah. Oh no, the skin on this would make a great swing.
Ooh,
you put a couple rocks.
No, I think it is perhaps better not knowing.
You know, I think I'm gonna actually make one.
You know, here's the thing.
I think I'm doing it.
No.
It starts to make a sling.
Oh boy, we have gone off the rails this week.
And it all so good.
I imagine that could probably do some sort of poison damage.
I could see it do a lot of damage, that's for sure. It's all very elastic and everything.
Anyways.
Oh,
Got a
yeah.
lot of spring in it.
It's like a bat wing.
Anyways. Back at the Veiled Psychophone. Henry is hanging with a goat and a little boy.
Hyperventilating.
And it's getting dark now. The party had a long rest. They're actually probably waking up the next day. And no strange man on the docks. But you feel like you're being watched. Pretty intently.
Get up and kind of just like walk around.
Okay. You see Bernard passed out in a hammock. Joseph passed out in a hammock. You swear you see a little child standing in the corner that disappears when you walk past? Remnants of Noose's traps all over the floor. Oh wait, no, that was on the Void Maw. There are no traps on this one. And that means this one's not haunted either, so never mind.
Oh,
yeah. Seagulls flying around, you can hear them squawking. I dropped my pen. There's a strange twinkle in the sky, like a red kind of shimmering a couple of miles out in the sky. Doesn't really go away, just stays there, shimmering. In the direction of Dawnbreak Cove. You guys are on a different continent, but the direction. It's about southwest. And the shimmering just stays there. Just hovering in the sky. Gets a little bigger. A little bigger. And a little bigger. A little bigger. And for a brief glimpse, what's Henry's passive perception?
15.
15. Henry swears that in the distance on the horizon, he sees something disappear on the horizon. A floating, sort of jagged city of black stone and iron before it disappears again in the shimmering.
Well, I don't like that.
Me neither.
And as the floating city vanishes, sounds of the waves return, crashing against the side of the boat. Sound of seagulls returns. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week, I think. So thank you for joining us, everybody, on our 50th episode for Beneath the Tide. We'll be back next week with episode 51. And see where that'll go. We'll be down Leah, I believe. We'll be back next week with more Beneath the Tide, more Hearts of Madness at 7 o'clock, or campaign finale for Hearts of Madness at 7 o'clock. Next week's going to be fun. So, without further ado, good night, everybody. Sleep tight. We will see you all back here tomorrow night for Shadows over Ravenloft, for a very exciting episode I have written up and planned. And we'll see you back here, hopefully, Sunday, for Soldiers of the Lich Queen. So, good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.